Hello and welcome to this channel, which is for you who grew up with a narcissistic mother, and I talk about what are the effects on your life and how can you heal from this. And in this video I want to focus on showing you how your family system and how the circumstances, the relationships and the family system you grew up with, how that affects you as an adult in the here and now, because our experiences that we've had, the relationships we've been in, is a very significant contributor to what kind of person you become, your personality, what you're like in relationships, what expectations you have of others, and how maybe you repeat some of what you learned despite wanting not to. So I want to show you this and make this clearer to you, and I'm going to talk about gaslighting. What are the effects of gaslighting upon you? When you were gaslit in your childhood a lot, what does this mean for you as an adult in your relationships now? So my name is Åse Wegerif and I'm a survivor myself, and so I have this experience myself. It's not something that I've read in a book or I've heard about. No, I've actually got my own experience of years of being in this growing up. And it's taken me on decades of untangling myself, lots of personal therapy, which has really helped, and a career working clinically with people. And I'm a registered counselor and I work one-on-one worldwide online with people. So if this really resonates with you, I'd love it if you would consider subscribing, liking and or commenting. And if you want to work with me, you can find my email address on my YouTube channel and just send me an email and then we can talk about it from there. So the thing is, when we grow up, when we're children, we learn about ourselves, we learn about the world through our closest relationships, and they begin in the family, and we're helpless and vulnerable, and therefore the effect of how our narcissistic mother is to us is so very deep, early, and it goes right into you and pierces through your psychic skin. It molds you. So we're not talking about being an adult who sometimes experiences gaslighting here. We're talking about being wounded from the beginning of your life by the person who you should be able to trust. So your mother, being a narcissist, she gaslights. So she twists reality, she may lie, she may flat out deny your reality and present you with something that isn't true. She may give messages constantly which are critical of you and make you feel unsure about yourself, and really in order to keep a relationship with her that you need, you end up denying your own reality. So if you constantly get this experience of that your reality is denied, that you're wrong, that how you see something isn't right, that your concerns aren't important, and so there's so many ways that she can do this. She can flat out say to you that you're wrong, or she can look at you with her eyes rolling, or in her posture, in her way of being, making you feel like you're completely wrong, completely stupid in fact. So and as a child we are so vulnerable in this connection that a child can really feel like I'm completely stupid, I'm completely wrong, and I can't trust myself. And so obviously it's not really that aware either. So it's not like something the child can even think about. It's just something that is taken into the psyche. So so she can be denying her truth flat out. She can lie. She can omit the truth, and she can completely all the time speak from her truth. And being a narcissist, it's about whatever that truth looks like, so that she feels good about her. It's not so much about the reality. So that is really, really confusing for a child. So it's no wonder then that as an adult, this is what I've seen with people, which is so understandable, and it's also what I've experienced myself, that as an adult, it's really hard to trust yourself, to trust your own judgment, to go inwards instead of, a lot of people then do as they've learned, like turn outwards and ask, maybe you ask your partner, maybe you ask your friends, maybe you ask your colleagues, maybe you ask everybody apart from yourself, because you're so used to her opinion, so the other's opinion trumping your own. So it's hard to make decisions. It's hard to know what your truth is, because you've had to step so far away from it that you're at a distance from it. So it's really hard to know how you have to navigate the world. So your life can become really difficult in that respect. And you're then vulnerable to other people, to attract people who like this, that you ask, that you're insecure, that you ask other people, that you take their way of looking at things, their opinion, over your own. So trusting others is really hard as well. Trusting yourself is hard, but trusting others is also hard because she hasn't been trustworthy. In fact, your mother was never trustworthy as a narcissist. She bends the truth, she gaslights, she manipulates, she really, really is not trustworthy. So even though you turn then out to others, lean to others to get the answers, which in fact only you know, only you inside that deep, more higher self inside of you is the one who knows your answers. But that relationship is severed and you look outside of yourself. So you never find the true answers that will guide you on your path. You're not walking on your truth path. You're not finding the real answers for yourself when you do that. So you do need help connecting with your true self. And it's hard to trust others, despite that you look for answers in others and turn to others over yourself. It's still hard to trust others because the trust has been broken and there is an injury there which you might not be so aware of. But I see in therapy with people, I do see that the injury is there. And well, that's the thing, I'm trying to make you more aware of this injury, so you can see if this is something that you can relate to. Ask yourself, like, does this resonate with me? Can I, is this my experience on some level? And and leave me comments if you find that that's okay for you, then please leave comments. I also want to say that on an emotional level, when you're facing this situation, there is on an emotional level a lot of injury going on to you. There's a lot of pain that you had in all those years as a child, and maybe still that she's doing this to you. So where did these feelings go? When you have so much feelings that you didn't have help with, that you were left on your own with, you can often find yourself as an adult in two different situations. which has to do with what kind of attachment pattern you formed, because you might be completely overwhelmed by your feelings, and have so much feelings that you're being like thrown around in your feelings, and things don't make sense, and you're questioning yourself, and you don't know how to maneuver in all these feelings. Or you can go in the other direction and shut the door to your feelings, and because it's just simply too hard to feel them. So you might also be an adult who really find it hard to feel anything, and so you're thinking a lot in your life, like trying to find solutions, trying to work things out from a head perspective. But as long as you're distanced to your as long as you don't have a balance between your feelings and your mind and the rest of you, then it's really hard to navigate. So I think that's the conclusion of it. It makes it really hard to navigate. So if you found this helpful, then send me an email, comment, subscribe, or like, and I can help you work with this. What your experience was like in your childhood and what your current struggles are, so that you can get more awareness around it. And when you see it, it's much easier to start stepping out of these patterns and choosing a different way of being. If you don't know it, you're in it and acting from that perspective. So I hope that this has been helpful to you, and I really wish you the best. And if you subscribe, that means that I get to see you again, and that's wonderful. And also there's a link in the comments here if you want to join my email community and get emails from me. Please do if you want to do that. You're very welcome. I wish you a good day, and I hope to see you again. And